Vibes. What the guan vibes? What the guan? Welcome to part 2, talking about the Irish SeaMoss. I told you I was gonna let you see it after I soaked it, right? So just so you can see the before and after. This is what it looks like before you soak it. That's how big it is before you soak it. Not really too big, right? Yes, that just happened. We spilled the water. Irwa, man, I'll mop it soon. Keep rolling, you see? I'm not gonna edit this video or delete it because I'm in the middle of a session and I just stopped to show you guys. Alright, so that's the before of the SeaMoss, right? And here's the after. I feel like it's probably expanded as much as it's going to expand for these pieces. Babes that just mopped the floor, so the floor clean, but just I use the dry mop and clean up the water. But this is what the SeaMoss looks like, guys. Okay, so you see the spring water here. So I never did plan for use all of this spring water, you know. I was gonna use what I needed to blend and then drink the rest of it off, so it's all right. So now I'm going to put the camera down for a moment to get the strainer in preparation to rinse the SeaMoss before we blend it. Olande. Rinse my hands with some tap water, but we're not going to touch the SeaMoss with the tap water at all. Alright, so notice how I'm not stirring the SeaMoss back down in the bottom of the soak water, right? Because all the sand and the salt is down there at the bottom. So what you want to do with your strainer, okay, is just lift it out of the water you've been soaking it in. Give it a tiny jiggle. You see? Again, we're lifting. We're trying not to press it down back in the salt and the sand that we did get off of the SeaMoss. See, you can see it in the bottom of the water there, so. Alright. Yeah. It's not much, but you can feel the sand and the salt down there, so. We just pick up the little pieces. Them, when I waste nothing, because this is the best vitamin, okay, that you can put in your smoothie, in any smoothie. Hell, if you want, you definitely can just eat the gel without putting no smoothie together, because anything you put in a SeaMoss smoothie, the SeaMoss is going to be the star. The SeaMoss has the most nutrients in it for you, okay? Nutrients and minerals we are shots, okay? Because if you do your own research, I always promote people doing their own research. Don't listen to me. You see, do your own research. Don't just take what I say as law. See the seaweed stuck in between there? We're going to rinse that out. Don't take everything I say as law. I'm spreading knowledge. Alright? So when you hear me say something, go do your own research and see what I'm talking about for yourself. Alright? Because the main people that have opposing comments and antagonistic type of situations on anybody's videos on YouTube, I'm gonna tell you 9 times out of 10 they haven't done their research and they're just talking. You understand? So because this channel is about, you know, spreading knowledge and education and helping and ascending, helping you be your best you with the energy readings and helping you to elevate your mind, with these type of jewels, do your own research, you see? Don't take my word for it. You see, I'm just picking off the seaweed that's stuck to the sea moss. Because although this is a form of seaweed, now I want the greeny something. See it there? Now I want the greeny business. Let me just get the top. See? Seaweed. Alright. So now here what I do with this. Alright. We need a bowl. Drop a cup. Alright, so here's the bowl. Here's the strainer. Okay. Yes, may I make a mess, Vibes Tribe. It's alright. That's what the mop is for. See the spring water? How I said you're going to rinse it again with the spring water? I might use all of this to rinse it still. I didn't plan on it. Alright. So again, remember how I said we don't want to put the sea moss back into the sand and the salt? So you're lifting. You see with the strainer, you're lifting it. You're not mashing it down. You're just lifting it, tossing it in the spring water. Make sure it rinse well. If you don't rinse your sea moss well, you know what happen? Here what happen? It's just going to taste saltier. You understand? It's just going to taste saltier. That's it. And it's not nasty, but sea moss generally does not have a taste at all. So if it has a taste, you still left some stuff on it. Okay? Alright. Alright. So with Chris now on the mind, I'm gonna put this something in the blender. Jiggle, jiggle. Okay. And you see how even us rinsing it, the water still have a way about it. So you see, that's why you soak it and then you rinse it. Cause see what color the water is. You see, and that's the water we did soak the something in. So you see how much salt and sand and something come off of the water, right, Vibes Tribe? All right, here we are. So now we are blending something. Hold on. I'm going to use my hand to cup the Vitamix blender to pour off as much of the water as possible. Alright, so Vibes Tribe, Erwa now. This is the most important tip for blending sea moss, right? Do not, I repeat, do not blend the sea moss, okay, in any type of blender with no spring water at the bottom. You will fuck up your blade, I'm telling you. You will fuck up your blade. And I'm gonna say you will fuck up your blade, okay? I'm getting some more spring water. Because I want to say a few years ago when I told you I first tried the sea moss, I put it in there without any spring water because I just wanted the plain minerals and nutrients from the sea moss, and it slowed my blender down. The sea moss makes a very, very, very thick jelly-like consistency. So thick, like thicker than butter. But you know butter is made out of milk and salt and fat, right? This is 96 of the 103 to 106 minerals that our body needs each and every day, that our body is made up of 106 nutrients, right? So the sea moss gives us back 96. Like I said, that's better than anything else you can eat. Okay? It is. It's better than any of my onions, my apples, my potatoes, my lemons. Okay? My mandarins, strawberries, cherries. Like, this is lit. Sea moss is lit. Okay? But you have to put the spring water in there before you blend it so you don't fuck up your blade, because it's so thick. The blade, it just catches the blade. like the jelly just wraps around the blade, and I could have broke my Vitamix like that. It didn't break it, but I could have easily broke it. I'm gonna tell you, sir, I could have broke that shit. You hear me? Legit. Because it stopped working for a while. And like I had moved, and when I moved and stopped messing with it for a while and then went back to it, like, you know, to be honest, I manifested its repair. Now, you have to watch my energy how-to video and check out the manifestation section to understand what I'm saying. Because if you don't know what I'm saying, you're just going to think I'm crazy. And that's fine. That is fine. You understand? Because there's many people who aren't ascended and who aren't on my frequency and my wavelength. And that's okay. This channel is helping you to elevate and be your best self and raise your frequency and elevate. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, this shit was completely broke. A $400 Vitamix blender. And I manifested its repair, and it fixed itself. You understand? But anyway, met with blender SeaMoss naman. Have it on low, not high. Okay? Low to start. You just want to blend it to where it's not in the consistency of, you know, a sea plant. You want to make a jelly with it. I turn it up now. Make sure the something blend good and nice. I don't know how you guys blend with me. I make sure I blend for a few seconds at a time and turn it off. Turn it off. Turn off the sitting. You understand? So you work with your motor. You don't fuck up your motor, okay? So if you look at it, you can still see tiny pieces of seaweed. I meant sea moss. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this back on and continue blending it, okay? We're going to look at it again, Vibes Tribe, because again, we want it to be a jelly consistency, all right, at most, but not, we don't want pieces of sea moss because we don't want to taste that in our smoothies, right? Just want it to be a gel. Like I said, it doesn't have any taste when you rinse it properly, okay? So that's why I said you can literally have it plain. You can just have like 2 or 3 teaspoons of this a day in a smoothie or literally by mouth, and that's your nutrients, man. Am I telling you can survive off of sea moss alone? You can do anything you want. You can manifest anything you want safely and healthy, right? Yes, there are type of Buddhists and monks and type of deeply spiritual people around the world who can teach themselves to literally survive off of mere plants and nutrients, you understand, and vegetables. But if everybody was onto that knowledge, then, you know, society wouldn't make any money, farmers wouldn't make any money, rah rah rah. So you have to literally, you know, do your research and be ascended to a certain level to understand what I'm talking about. But I'm here to spread that knowledge, okay? So check me out. I still see pieces of sea moss in here, but I'm gonna take it out and check the consistency by spoon and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, before I woke up to a lot of knowledge, I was the main one that would call your ass crazy if you was talking about something that I wasn't aware of. You hear me? But it's like, that's why you have to elevate, man. Oh, I'll test it. So it's definitely still salty vibes. I must have not, I rinsed it, you know, and it soaked, but I must have not got all the salt off of it. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep blending it because it's like very gritty, like rice. So it's still not in the consistency I wanted. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on high, but you don't see me turning it too high because with the Vitamix, it makes soups too. So when you turn it high, it actually heats the mixture, and I don't want it to be high. I want it to stay in its most natural state. You dig? That's why you don't cook SeaMoss. People say yes, you can add it to gravies and different things like that as a thickener. Yes, you can, most certainly. But you know, I just feel like personally that that's not the move. You want to keep it natural, you know? Real quick vibes, tribe. Let me show Uno something. Look at my book collection. It's like 2 a.m. so it's dark in the living room. Or I would have the blinds them dry, wide open. So out in the bob. Some of my artwork. Yeah. Alright, vibes. Let me get the SeaMoss right and tight. Hold on. Let me get the lid to the SeaMoss. Well, not the SeaMoss, but the lid to the blender. So see, I didn't want to put it on high, but I had to. Now it's definitely right because I see how thick this shit is. Do you see the bubbles in it? Yes, the sitting is super thick. Okay? Vibes, I did not want to turn it on high, but I had to. See? Alright. Now I'm going to get another spoon so you can see the consistency. And I need to go ahead and mop this spot because I don't want little Princeton or me to slip. Hold on there, vibes. So you see how real our videos are, vibes. I'm not editing nothing unless absolutely necessary. You see me spill all of the spring water, vibes. Babes did just mop the floor. So the floor is clean and nice. Anywhere. Okay. This trash is about to go out too. Check the consistency, vibes. You can see it just from looking at the top. Look how thick this shit is. You could see it just from looking at the top, honey. There's your SeaMoss gel that people pay $60 to $100 for online. That's crazy. That's crazy, vibes. You see, I'm putting you on. You can make that shit yourself. All you need is the Yard Market. You see? The Yard Grocery. The Jamaican grocery store will put you on. Alright? Put that shit in a damn jar. Okay? Here go my jar. And you can keep it for a few weeks. It's not going to spoil. Okay? But if you're drinking it like you're supposed to, putting it in a daily smoothie, Vibes Tribe, then it's gonna get going anyway, because this is me making another batch, because I just literally had a smoothie at the beginning of my studio session tonight. Well, this morning, because it's real early. It's like probably 3 or 4 by now. When this, I always like to have a SeaMoss smoothie before my studio sessions. Okay. So yeah, I told you guys, we're working on different projects and different things for you, and I'm not doing energy readings. But you're definitely getting your free energy readings, because you know something, I look out. Okay, vibes? Alright, my vibes tribe people. Look for more loves.